music to my ears. Gotta love that sound. Physical silver. It's been a while since I made a video on silver. Been real busy lately, I apologize. Got a day job, demands a lot of my time. Did want to go ahead and touch base with all my silver bugs, whatever you want to call us out there, because there's been some unprecedented assaults on the silver and actually the gold, even the copper price now. Commodities in general, we've had a major assault, coordinated effort by the Banksters. So I'm just going to touch on some of the different factors influencing it. First and foremost, the CME group is up to their old tricks again. You remember last time, if you've seen my other videos, last time they pulled this, it was in May of 2011 when we saw silver go from 49-ish, wham, and just got hammered down into the 30s again. Well, now we're seeing just in the last 24 to 48 hours some major drops, the biggest that we've seen since then. And as usual, it's major paper volume that's affecting this, and a lot of people being shaken out of their margins again. If you recall, last time we talked about how the CME group, once again owned by JP Chase, and of course Obama has made sure that all the foxes are guarding the hen house. This is just another perfect example. You basically have JP Chase holding the biggest short position, along with HSBC and some other major traders. Last verifiable information I was able to get a hold of, over 330 million ounces of short position through short and naked short contracts, controlling silver that they don't even physically possess. Once again, CME Group, Jeffrey Christian under oath, says that we trade precious metals like other financial instruments in multiples of 100. Now, many people took that to mean that, and me included, took that to mean that 1 ounce of physical meant that they were trading 100 ounces of paper. When you listen a little bit closer to that, multiples of 100, it wasn't multiple of 100, it was multiples. Now there's rumors out there that JP Chase is trading through their silver ETF, known as SLV, hundreds, if not thousands, multiples of 100 in paper. And so you're seeing record amounts of volume traded. Thursday was a lot of volume, and a lot of the insiders were making their move out because, of course, they knew that the CME group was coming out on Friday and announcing new margin requirements, 21% increase, not on new positions that you would open up come Monday, but Friday they come out and say, by the way, on all your existing positions, we're going to need 21% more money to hold those positions by Monday. You also had silver, 16% increase, and this is after the unprecedented increases. It ended up being like 7 margin increases back in May in like 10 days that just forced major sell-offs because people that can't come up with the liquidity to remain in those positions, of course, are forced to sell off. And of course, the timing of this is quite interesting, suspicious in my opinion. You've got the giant meeting of the G20 this weekend. How many times have we seen them creating a big problem, panic, fear in the marketplace, only to come up with a solution? I have no idea what it's going to be, but I can guarantee you it's got nothing to do with helping out the people, and it's got everything to do with helping out their bankster buddies, some sort of new bailout programs. You can bet on it. That's what they do. So they're putting out the fear right now, and it's certainly working. They've had tons and tons and tons of people that have been forced out of their paper positions. Now, that's why I believe in physical. Okay, I don't know of anyone that's selling physical. Matter of fact, all the sites that I would normally buy from are suspending trading at the moment. And everybody I know that's got physical is wanting a premium of as much as $10 a coin right now. So yes, you can buy phantom silver at these prices, $30 an ounce or whatever, but I don't know of anybody that's actually going to honor those prices for physical. And so I think what you're going to start seeing is a gap between the phantom paper price and the actual physical price. For those that are smart enough to demand physical, you're going to start seeing that gap widen. And this is just going to help the CME group lose even more credibility. What's amazing to me, is that we're still allowing this. The first little signs that I've even seen, and of course you've got to look at alternative media to see it, is what's going on in Wall Street right now. And it's nice to see that there's finally some Americans getting fired up enough. They call it the Wall Street occupation. It's been going on for almost a week now. And you see a little bit of it on YouTube, some alternative media. Of course, you're not seeing anything on mainstream media because they're bought and paid for by the same banksters that we're talking about. You know, whether you're talking about the Rothschilds and Rockefellers and Warburg's cronies, you know, all the Federal Reserve in our case, but the central banks around the world, they're all the same puppet masters. You know, and they're just laughing all the way to the bank these days, catching us coming and going, and with the derivatives and the different things that they do. But this blatant assault on the commodities is just amazing. And they all work in cahoots. You had the Fed coming out and kind of leaking through various leaks that there'd be some good news about maybe more quantitative easing in September. And of course, now that didn't happen. You had the opposite. They came out with this, what are they calling it? The, I forgot, oh yeah, the Operation Twist, which is really just a giant Ponzi scheme for bonds. Basically going to sell short-term bonds to create money to buy long-term bonds. I mean, isn't it obvious this is just a giant Ponzi scheme that's going to create even bigger problems in the end? Anyway, that's a whole nother video. On this video, I just wanted to briefly touch on the silver, and you might have noticed gold, even oil's down. Of course, oil at the pump isn't down. Funny how that works. Whenever the prices go up, they catch the pump right away. When the prices go down, oh, you know, they'll take their time getting around to that, because they got this down to a racket, and it's the same banksters that are controlling it all. So bottom line, we talked about the Fox Garden, the hen house. Yes, the JP Morgan owned CME group that controls the margin calls. It just says whenever they want. By the way, when you come in for business on Monday, you're going to need about 20% more money to hold your existing positions. If you can't get it, well, sorry, then you're out. And that's exactly what's going on. Of course, it's forcing massive, massive selling, but it's a paper. And this is why I always encourage people, don't buy on leverage. Don't buy paper that you cannot trust. Buy only physical that is in your possession, okay, that you've got stashed here and there and everywhere. You should have it hidden in at least 3 different places. Nowadays you can use, you know, GPS locators if you want to bury some, you know, emergency plans with different family and friends. You should have it spread out, but it should be something that you can get to. You should have your food, your water, your guns, your ammo, your network of people to watch each other's back. I've been preaching this for a long time. I hope that some of you are taking note, because this is an incredible buying opportunity. If you can get a hold of physical, I know the premiums are getting big, but look at, if you can get a hold of it, $5 a coin, I think it's a screaming deal. I know long term it can do nothing but go up, because there's not enough of this physical metal to even meet the industrial demand, let alone the investment demand. And for whatever reason, I think they're trying to get a hold of physical to cover their short positions. This is my suspicion, that they're trying to, you know, cram the prices down just like they did before. But all it's doing is wiping out all the paper people. It's not wiping out physical, because see, I'm not selling. If any of you are selling, call me. Okay, let's sell only to each other. Let's not let these, you know, banksters get a hold of the physical, because that's what they're going to need eventually to cover their short and naked short positions. And so I think that's still what they're up to. Of course, they're making money on, you know, the calls and the puts either way, and they're the insiders. They know what's going on there, but that's fine. Don't let it affect you. Okay, only deal in physical that you control. So anyway, that's some of the stuff that's going on out there. Sorry I don't have enough time really to follow up as much as I'd like to on these videos, but I think it's a great opportunity. Don't let them shake you out of your position. Get a hold of physical. Keep buying, keep buying, keep buying. I don't know how much lower it can go, but I'm going to buy more. And I think on Monday, interesting day on the 26th, you've got the big G20 meeting over the weekend. Got Obama in Denver, happens to be along the 26th, that supposedly the alignment with Ellen is happening. There's also a big drill that's going on. We know how our government loves to do drills in conjunction with nice false flag things. So who knows what's really going on, but there's a lot of interesting things going up this next week. So it could be very interesting. We're going to see if we got a big old shitstorm going on or what. But keep your eyes to the sky. Be prepared. Get your water. Fill up your gas tanks. Don't let your car go below half tank. Get a plan in place with your friends and family that you can actually coordinate without needing cell phones, even landlines, and have it in place. So if the shit does hit the fan, you guys are ready. Lots of food and water. Highly recommend a network of friends to watch each other's back. Anyway, take it for what it's worth. Interesting times. Buy your silver and physical. If you can get a hold of some gold, I would highly recommend it. Great buying opportunity. If you can hold for at least a year or two, maybe 3, you're going to make out like a bandit. They're pushing this beach ball underwater, and they're pushing it farther and farther. And eventually, it's going to break through. And if you're holding physical, you're going to be in a position of strength. So, as I always like to say, keep on stacking. Catch up with you on the next video.